Well, good morning. Welcome to my lean-to. Well, good morning. My name is Tom, and I come to you from the great state of Maine. Happy New Year! When you see this video tomorrow, it will be 2025. So have a coffee. I figured we would reflect on the last year behind us. Seemed like a good time to do that. I'm not one that's into making New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. The reason I'm not is probably won't carry. I know I wouldn't carry through with them. Just like most people, if I got something I want to do or accomplish, I accomplish it through the entire year, not just on January 1st. My lifestyle is a self-reliant outdoorsman here in the state of Maine. It encompasses all 12 months, so it does create for a busy lifestyle. Those of you that are young and thinking this is the kind of lifestyle that you want, I've only got one thing to say to that. It's get started. If you are interested in being a self-reliant outdoorsman, start. You're never too old to start, and I don't believe you're ever too young to start. As soon as you can walk and talk, and what I tell my grandsons, as soon as you can take care of yourself. What does that mean, take care of yourself? Well, what that means to me is, as soon as you can go to the bathroom by yourself, wipe yourself, and take care of yourself that way, then you can start going with Papa. Whether it's in the boat or on the four-wheeler or out to Beaver Creek. So that's what I mean by not too young to get started. And you see I'm sitting here in the reloading room, and I believe that's in here as well. My daughter now is 40 years old. She's 40 years old, and she's been pulling the levers on these reloading presses since she was probably 5 years old. Whenever, she would come up, and I would do the easy steps. I would have her pulling the lever for pushing out primers, stuff like that. Well, a couple others. I probably was mostly pushing out primers. She can't get into trouble with that, resizing and all of that. Can't remember if I had her doing the bullets with me or not. She probably did when she was young, but I know as she got to be older, I know darn well she did. Because she loved to come up, sit in my reloading bench is set up so she could sit right beside me, just like I've set up this room and this bench. I have 2 seats in here so that I can bring in a grandson. They can sit beside me and we can work together in teaching them this side of being a self-reliant hunter and fisherman. And and the same thing, this goes across the gamut. There's a lot of people that it's gonna go along with that series that I had started. I haven't stopped it. It's just I'm gonna continue it through the year, and I'm on video number 4 of that. So you want to own a cabin, in something like that. I can't remember what it was. I'm pretty sure the name of it, I lose track of everything. I'm pretty sure the name of that playlist was you want to own a cabin or something like that. Anyways, I'll fix it here in the video once I look it up. You want to own a cabin in the state of Maine. We were in, I know when we left off was location. But owning a cabin it also takes in being a little bit self-reliant, which is what this channel is all about. You go back to the very beginning when I started this channel in 2018, self-reliant hunter and fisherman, cabin life. You will have a lot better cabin experience, as far as I'm concerned, if you're a little bit self-reliant. What does that mean? You know, because there's pride in what you're doing. There's nothing more enjoyable than filling up a woodshed at the cabin and thinking about winter that is on its way. And you go to camp, whether it be for snowmobiling or skiing or whatever it is. That's an enjoyable part of cabin life. Putting a little bit of firewood up so that you can have a nice campfire out in the fire pit. That's all part of owning the cabin. And it's all part of this self-reliant lifestyle that you see in my videos. I mean, we're at somewhere between, I think, 850 to 900 videos right now on this channel. And we have touched a lot of people. That's why I kind of want to reflect back on that this past year. We've touched a lot of people in ways that I never saw coming when I decided to build this channel back in 2018. If you watch my videos, I built this channel so that I could share the knowledge with my grandsons, but also we were going through a pretty rough time back then. My wife had just been diagnosed with cancer, very bad cancer. We have, by the grace of God, she is still here. We still fight every day to keep her here and keep her healthy. And so I really needed an outlet back then to occupy my time, my mind, keep my mind from wandering. And so you guys pulled me through a pretty bad time back there in the very beginning. Well, here we are now in 2024, going into 2025 tomorrow. And in the last year, there has been a lot of people contacting me in my emails about what the channel means to them. And what I mean by that is more than just learning bushcraft, more than just learning a little bit of reloading. What they said was they are living their life, through this channel. What they mean by is injury has come into their life, or cancer has come into their life. Something really major has come into their life, and I've received, I can't even tell you how many emails this year from people that were either in the hospital, in nursing homes, or 80 years old, 85, 90, old trappers, old hunters that can't get out anymore, so they are enjoying the outdoors and the activities of the self-reliant outdoorsman through my channel. I didn't see that coming back in 2018, honest. I figured I didn't even have a plan that this channel would still be here this long down the road. I figured I would build a few videos, and I really wanted to cover safety in the outdoors, which the first couple of years, if you watch the beginning of this channel, and I urge you to go back and watch my archives. Watching my videos that I've already done is a huge help financially to this channel. The work has been done. The work has been done. The videos are there. They're just as good a quality as they are today. I mean, I don't say that I have a high quality video in comparison to other stuff that's out there, but I do try to talk frank, honest, straightforward. I don't beat around the bush, any of that stuff. If I got something to say, I say it. It's kind of crazy time right now. Hopefully now with Trump being in, things will get a lot easier as far as how we can speak and all of that, and maybe not have to watch our tongue quite so closely. But anyways, these calls, and I, you know, they're, and a lot of times we will set up an appointment where I can talk to them on the phone. What I mean by that is what's a good time for them, what's a good time for me, and if it works out, then and I love to talk to these guys, especially the old trappers, the old hunters. Larry from Texas, hello Larry. Larry from Texas is an old hunter, trapper, shooter from Texas, and he's a great guy to get on the phone with and talk to. Another great supporter of the channel. He just mailed me a trapping book of stories that I can read at the cabin by the campfire. So I'm going to the cabin. I will be enjoying that book. So anyways, and it's just guys like that, old trappers. And then I can't even. Oh, Wayne is another one. Wayne is same thing. If I'm wrong, Wayne, just fix me in the comments. But just gotten too old to really get out there and carry on like he used to. So he's enjoying his outdoors now through these videos. Stacy is another one. Stacy is going through cancer treatment right now, so he's in and out of the hospital, I guess, every week right now for some kind of treatment that he goes in for. And these videos kind of pick him up. And that was the phone call that I received a couple of days ago from a fella, and he said that he was going through a really tough time back in 2022 when he come across the channel. I mean, you know, it was surgery stuff, physical stuff that was forcing him to change his life and his lifestyle, and he had always been an outdoorsman. And so when he come across the channel, it was a pick-me-up. It was a pick-me-up. And I didn't see that coming. That's kind of where I'm going with this video today, I guess. I really didn't know. I wanted to reflect. I wanted to think back. I just wanted to reflect over the last year. And now that I'm hearing these kind of stories, it's a pick-me-up to me. Because you really can't imagine how much work goes into producing these videos as regular as I do. Since 2018, I have been putting out 2 videos a week on YouTube, faithfully. I think in them, probably you could put on one hand the amount of days that I missed since 2018 that didn't receive a video. Usually it's around a holiday. Like I didn't put one out last Christmas because you guys should be spending time with your family. You're not spending time with me. It's kind of the way I was looking at Christmas morning. And I figured I would do one for New Year's Day like we're doing right now. So, but I know this video is starting to get a little bit long. But I can see on the camera there I'm wrapping up to 14 minutes. And you guys stopped watching at 14 minutes. Actually, way before 14 minutes. But anyways, that's beside the point. The amount of work that goes into these and the payback, it's very little payback from YouTube. Even if you see them commercials, it's very little. Trust me, very little. I average anywhere from $5 to $10 a video. And if it's a video that you guys don't care for, then it drops right down to $2 or less. So there's not a lot of money being made off YouTube to back what I'm doing and to justify it, really. So by hearing these stories of how much that these videos are touching some people that I have a great amount of respect for, you know, any old trapper, any old deer hunter that went before me, I have miles and miles and miles and miles of respect for, because it was a different time. It was a time when we were a lot more freer 40 years ago. Trust me. I'm glad that I eBay. we'll cut that out. I'm glad that I grew up when I grew up and got to start hunting when I started hunting, because it was a much freer time, and hunters were so respected when I was in school. You were high on the totem pole if you was a deer hunter. And now it seems like there's so much disgust from the general population. For anyone that owns a rifle, anyone that owns a pistol, or like reloaders, YouTube, as far as I'm concerned, they can't stand reloaders because they're making it very difficult. But that kind of wraps up. I know I'm running out of time here, so I'm just going to wrap this up. That really wraps up 2024, and we're on to 2025, and lots of adventures to come. So you guys that are out there that you've emailed me this past year, you know, your illnesses and stuff like that are keeping you from outdoors, I think about you guys every time that I do a video now, whereas in 2018 it never crossed my mind. So anyways, you guys have a great week, and I will see you next week.